History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. As we look toward 2026, the landscape of success has shifted entirely. The old rules of working 9 to 5 and saving your way to wealth are dead. But in the chaos of the modern world, 20 individuals have risen above the noise to build empires, shift cultures, and redefine human potential. We aren't just looking at their bank accounts. We are looking at their breaking points. Every person on this list hit a wall that would have crushed a normal person, and every single one of them found a way to punch through it. In this video, we are going to reverse engineer their psychology. From the tech billionaires to the cultural icons, these are the 20 blueprints you need to architect your own life. Welcome to the masterclass. Part 1. The Architects of the Future. Tech and Business. Number 1. Jensen Huang. Jensen Huang is the man who saw the future 30 years before it arrived. While the rest of Silicon Valley was obsessed with building better mobile phones, Jensen was quietly obsessing over a niche technology called the GPU. He famously told Stanford students that greatness comes from pain and suffering, and he meant it. NVIDIA nearly went bankrupt in its early days, with Jensen betting the entire company's remaining cash on a chip for a market that didn't even exist yet. He endured decades of being misunderstood, staying the course on AI when Wall Street laughed at him. His biography teaches us the power of generational conviction. If you want to build something that defines an era, you have to be willing to look wrong for a very, very long time. Number 2, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the ultimate case study in risk tolerance. In 2008, he was not the richest man in the world. He was a man on the brink of total collapse. SpaceX had failed 3 launches, Tesla was out of money, and he was living off loans from friends while going through a brutal public divorce. A normal CEO would have saved one company and let the other die to preserve their wealth. Musk did the opposite. He split his last remaining millions between both companies, fully accepting that he would likely go broke. He slept on factory floors and chewed glass while staring into the abyss. His story isn't about intelligence, it's about pain threshold. Your net worth is directly correlated to the amount of stress you can endure without breaking. Number 3. Sam Altman. Sam Altman didn't invent AI, but he understood scale better than anyone else alive. Before OpenAI, Sam ran Y Combinator, where he watched thousands of startups fail because they were thinking linearly. Sam's genius lies in his ability to identify the exponential curve, the rare trends that start slow, but eventually go vertical. When he took over OpenAI, he realized that the safe path would never lead to AGI, artificial general intelligence. He had to push for massive computing power and aggressive releases even when it scared the public. His biography teaches us exponential thinking. Stop looking for 10% improvements in your life and start looking for the one lever that, if pulled, changes everything by 1,000%. Number 4. Jack Ma. Jack Ma's life is a testament to the fact that failure is just data. This is a man who applied to Harvard 10 times and was rejected 10 times. He was the only person out of 24 applicants to be rejected for a job at KFC. He was ugly, poor, and had no technical skills, yet he saw the potential of the internet before anyone in China. He built Alibaba out of his apartment, fighting against eBay and the Chinese government simultaneously. He didn't win because he was the smartest tech genius. He won because his grit score was off the charts. Jack Ma proves that you don't need a pedigree or a degree to change the world. You just need to be the last man standing when everyone else has quit. Number 5. Jeff Bezos. The story of Jeff Bezos is often reduced to his billions, but the real gold is in his decision-making framework. In the 90s, he had a cushy, high-paying job on Wall Street. Quitting to sell books out of a garage was, objectively, a stupid decision. But Bezos used what he calls the regret minimization framework. He projected himself forward to age 80 and asked, "Will I regret trying this and failing? No. Will I regret never trying? Yes." That simple mental shift built Amazon. Bezos teaches us that the biggest risk in life isn't failure. The biggest risk is comfort. If you want to dominate 2026, you must fear regret more than you fear failure. Part 2. The Media Moguls, Influence and Brand. Number 6. Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson. Jimmy Donaldson, known to the world as Mr. Beast, cracked the code of human attention through sheer, brute force obsession. For 5 years, he made videos that nobody watched. Instead of quitting, he formed a mastermind group of friends who did nothing but analyze YouTube thumbnails and pacing for 12 hours a day, every day. He treated virality like a science, not an art. He reinvested every single dollar he made back into his content, living in a studio while spending millions on videos. His biography is a lesson in reinvestment and obsession. He proved that you can beat the most talented people on earth simply by outworking them and caring more about the product than the profit. Number 7. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is not just a pop star, she is a Fortune 500 CEO. When her music catalog was sold to a private equity firm without her consent, she faced a nightmare scenario: losing ownership of her life's work. Most artists would have sued and lost, or just complained. Taylor did something unprecedented. She decided to re-record every single album to devalue the old assets. It was a massive gamble of time and energy, but it worked, turning her into a billionaire and giving her total control. Her lesson is about ownership. In a world where everyone wants a piece of you, you must build a fortress around your intellectual property and never let anyone else hold the keys to your creation. Number 8. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan accidentally became the most trusted news source in America by refusing to act like a newsman. In an era of polished teleprompter reading anchors, Rogan sat in a room for 3 hours at a time, high and unfiltered, just talking to people he found interesting. When Spotify offered him $100 million, the establishment panicked, but his audience cheered. Why? Because he prioritized authenticity over polish. He showed us that people are starving for real conversations, not sound bites. His success in 2026 serves as a reminder. Do not try to fit into the corporate mold. The more human, flawed, and curious you are, the more valuable you become. Number 9. Kim Kardashian. Love her or hate her, Kim Kardashian is a master of leverage. She started as a stylist and a reality TV sidekick, dismissed by the world as talentless. But while the world mocked her, she was taking notes. She took the massive wave of attention, even negative attention, and funneled it into equity-based businesses like Skims, not just sponsorship deals. She transitioned from being a billboard for other brands to being the brand owner. Her biography teaches us about the pivot. Using whatever cards you are dealt to, get a seat at the table, and then buying the table once you are there. Number 10. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey was born into rural poverty in Mississippi, wearing potato sacks for dresses. Her early career in news was a disaster. She was fired for being too emotional, and getting too attached to the stories she was reporting. But that weakness was actually her superpower. She took that empathy to a daytime talk show and revolutionized the format, making people feel seen in a way no male host ever had. She became the first black female billionaire, not by toughening up, but by leaning into her heart. Her lesson is weaponized empathy. The things that make you different, or even unprofessional by standard metrics, are likely the source of your greatest power. Part 3. The Unbreakable. Resilience and Mindset. Number 11. David Goggins. David Goggins is the architect of the modern calloused mind. Before he was a Navy SEAL, he was a 300-pound cockroach sprayer, terrified of water and terrified of life. He changed his entire existence not through a magic pill, but through the accountability mirror, staring at himself and admitting he was a loser who needed to change. He ran on broken legs, taped up his feet, and pushed his body past the safety valve of the brain. Goggins teaches us that motivation is garbage. It comes and goes. What you need is discipline and a willingness to suffer. He proves that the 40% rule is real. When your mind tells you you're done, you're only 40% done. Number 12. J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling wrote the most successful book series in history, while she was a depressed single mother living on welfare. She describes herself as poor as it is possible to be in modern Britain without being homeless. She wrote Harry Potter in cafes while her baby slept, only to be rejected by 12 different publishers who told her that children's books don't make money. She didn't have connections or wealth. She only had an imagination and a refusal to quit. Her story is a testament to the inner world. Your current reality holds no weight over your future potential. If you can build a vision in your head clearly enough, you can eventually drag it into reality. Number 13. Sarah Blakely. Sarah Blakely was selling fax machines door to door, getting doors slammed in her face every day for 7 years. That experience taught her to be immune to the word no. When she had the idea for Spanx, she had no fashion experience and no rich investors. She wrote her own patent to save money on lawyers and cold-called department stores until Neiman Marcus gave her a chance. She became the youngest self-made female billionaire by trusting her gut when everyone else needed market research. Her lesson is salesmanship and hustle. You don't need permission or credentials to start. You just need to believe in your product enough to sell it to a brick wall. Number 14. Whitney Wolfe Herd. Whitney Wolfe Herd was a co-founder of Tinder, but she left the company in a storm of sexual harassment and a lawsuit that stripped her of her confidence. The media tore her apart, calling her a gold digger. Instead of hiding, she identified a flaw in the dating market. Women were tired of aggressive messages. She founded Bumble, the app where women make the first move, directly challenging the company she helped build. She became the youngest woman to take a company public. Her biography is about turning adversity into a niche. She took her worst personal nightmare and turned it into a billion-dollar solution for women everywhere. Number 15. Vitalik Buterin. Vitalik Buterin is the boy genius who looked at Bitcoin and said, "This isn't enough." At 19 years old, while traveling the world on just a backpack and a laptop, he conceived Ethereum, a computer for the world. He wasn't driven by money. He was driven by the philosophy of decentralization. He wanted to build systems that couldn't be controlled by governments or corporations. Despite massive hacks and technical challenges that would have destroyed other projects, he kept coding. His life teaches us the power of first principles. Thinking don't just improve what exists. Ask what the world actually needs and build it from the ground up, even if you look like a crazy person doing it. Part 4. The Perfectionists, Athletes and Performers. Number 16. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a footballer. He is a biological machine. In a sport where players retire at 32, Ronaldo stayed at the top well into his late 30s and 40s. He treats his body like a Ferrari, measuring his sleep, his food, and his recovery with obsessive precision. He was not the most naturally gifted player. Messi had the talent, but Ronaldo had the discipline. He was the first to arrive at training and the last to leave for 20 years straight. His lesson is consistency. Greatness isn't one amazing performance. It's doing the boring work with savage intensity every single day for 2 decades. Number 17. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is gone, but the Mamba mentality is more alive in 2026 than ever before. Kobe viewed basketball as life or death. He would study the referee's handbook to know exactly where they stood on the court, so he could get away with fouls. He learned to play with broken fingers and torn tendons. He didn't want to be liked, he wanted to be feared. He famously said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." His biography is a masterclass in the contract with yourself. If you say you are going to do something, you do it. No excuses, no negotiations. You simply outwork everyone until they break. Number 18. Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani did what 100 years of baseball history said was impossible. Scouts, coaches, and experts all told him, "You must choose. You can be a pitcher or a hitter, but you cannot be both." Ohtani politely ignored them and became the greatest at both simultaneously. He redefined what a human athlete could do, securing the biggest contract in sports history. He didn't let the limitations of others define his reality. His lesson is about breaking categorization. The world wants to put you in a box because it makes them comfortable. Smash the box. Be the anomaly. Number 19. Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic is the master of the hostile environment. He played in the era of Federer and Nadal, 2 of the most beloved athletes in history. The crowds almost always cheered against Novak. Instead of crumbling, he used their boos as fuel. He developed a mental fortress so strong that he became unbeatable in tie breaks. When the pressure is highest, his heart rate actually goes down. He showed us that you don't need to be the crowd favorite to be the GOAT, greatest of all time. His lesson is mental anti-fragility. When the world attacks you, don't just survive it. Use that energy to become stronger. Number 20. You, the viewer. And that brings us to number 20. You. This is the only biography on this list that hasn't been finished yet. The ink is still wet. You might be watching this feeling like you're behind, like you're broken, or like you've failed too many times. But look at the list we just went through. Every single one of them was broken. Every single one of them was doubted. The only difference between them and you is that they refused to accept the narrative that the world wrote for them. They grabbed the pen and wrote their own chapter. So, as we head deeper into 2026, you have a choice. You can keep watching the success of others, or you can start building your own. You have the same 24 hours as Beyoncé. You have the same internet access as Elon Musk. The information is not the barrier anymore. The barrier is execution. If this video sparked something in you, if you felt that fire in your chest, don't let it die when you close this tab. Take one action today. Just one. And subscribe to this channel. because we are going to keep decoding the blueprints of the greats until you become one of them. I'm watching for your biography next. See you at the top.